homies got you on for 7 minutes.
What's up, Nate? What's up, chat?
Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome in.
We're on our way to an actual cyber mix-up right now. Is the audio on?
Yeah, audio is good.
A cyber mix-up. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're just gonna meet some other professionals there, hang out, get some drinks and chill. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, and doing the live. So that's what the grind is all about.
So let me tell y'all, 2 of my current summer jobs I got through this meetup. I would pop out every week, right? Every week, regardless of like what I was feeling like, I would go. I would talk to as many people as I could. I would try to get to know them, try to get to know what job they did. I would just learn by talking, right? I didn't go to college. Like, I'm not that good at studying. My GPA was 1.3. I would just, that's my favorite way to learn. I talk to people, I understand what they do, I ask good questions, and then that's how I learn. The connection shit, huh? Should we do from your shit?
Yeah. Let's do. Hey, look, y'all. We got a twofer situation going on. Kill Andy is introducing us to one of his buddies, and that'll share with us also his story as well. So we got a twofer situation. Go ahead, bro.
Can you guys hear me fine?
Yup, loud and clear.
Yeah. So I'm Rich. Nice to meet you guys. I'm currently an incident responder, so I'm on the blue side as well. And similar story to Andy, no college degree. And I used to work as a barista, honestly. That's how we met. We actually joined a Discord server when getting into the field, right? Post barista, I wanted to do something with my life, but I didn't know what to do. So I went to community college, and it just wasn't my thing, right? I hung out around the wrong people, and the curriculum at that time was new, so it just wasn't as inspiring, as detailed as they are now. And just decided, all right, I'm gonna join some Discords, I'm gonna start studying, and that's where me and Andy met. We joined a Cyberwalks, that's the Discord name, and there was just a group of boys. We were all just studying. I remember I was getting my Network Plus while being in there and chatting with everyone. And it was a great resource, right? We sat in there for the most part, even in the voice channels, and we used to just chat all day, talk and meet people, meet other professionals. Until a year in, we started getting comfortable going for internships. And let me tell you guys, the market has been rough for all these years. Right now, like, it might be a little worse, but it's been rough. It's been tough to get a job. So it
went on mute, bro. It went on mute. Hey, check it. It went on mute. Can you hear me? Kill Andy. Bro. All right, we got you now. It went on mute.
All right, I don't know up to where you guys heard me talk. But as I was saying, I went to community college, and it wasn't anything great to the curriculum at the time. So I pivoted to going for my Network Plus, going for my EJPT, because at the time I wanted to be an ethical hacker, right? And got those credentials, and you know, I was like, frick, man, I'm still trying to get into the field. You know, going through your resume, going and networking, right, is important. Going to like this thing we're going to, BurbSec, right, meeting people, being on LinkedIn. And eventually, I got an unpaid internship. Not everyone is, in a place to take an unpaid internship, but I was lucky to be at home and took that, gained some SOC experience. And from there, pivoting, kept getting certifications until I am now at my 4th company as an incident responder. So, MSSP work, and now I'm in an internal team. But I did want to become a pen tester at first and started, I took the OSCP, unfortunately failed, and instead,
How are you liking working for MSSP?
MSSP work was interesting. It was interesting. And I say that because they're working in an internal team and an MSSP, there's a different learning curve, I would say. MSSP, they don't really encourage a lot of autonomy. Let me just say that, right? You are given a framework to follow, you're given SLAs, and that's what you're sticking to for most of the part. You have historic tickets that you look at to kind of figure shit out, figure crap out. Sorry. And it was also my first job, so figuring out the tools and stuff. Internal team is different, right? As an incident cases, that's what we call them here and there. You have a lot more autonomy to the point where you can start working on automation, on detections, on threat hunting. So it's definitely different. It's a different experience.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. All right, we got S up here. What you got, S?
I think
Got a question? What's up, S? You got me? I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. I can hear background.
Oh, you can hear me, bro?
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, man, I was just, man, I'm struggling to find like an internship or a job, man.
Stop right there. You stop right there. Stop right there.
All right.
We got Kill Andy on the line, and he can help. He can at least speak to some of his exposure, experience, and he brought up. We got a twofer today. So talk to us. Talk to us real quick. And when it comes to internship, how do you grab an internship? How do you get a job?
All right, man. So like I explained, there's multiple ways to do it. I personally didn't go to college, right? I don't know what your background is, but tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you have right now?
Man, I'll be done with my bachelor's in March, and I have Security Plus, Net Plus, Cloud Plus, AWS CCP, and I have my certified ethical hacker.
Okay, that's all very solid. I'm gonna say you are ready for entry level stuff. You don't need any more certs or education. So let me explain what I'm doing right now. I'm going to a cyber mixer, right? I'm gonna go meet with hiring managers. I'm gonna go meet with CISOs, and I don't necessarily go there to get a job, but I'm a network. I'm gonna make friends. That's essentially what networking is. Right. This guy, I met him on a Discord server 4 years ago, and now he's staying with me. And we trade so many things. I've put him on a job. We worked at
the same job at a point.
Yep. Right.
So my point is, if you're good technically, right, and you credentials, the only thing holding you back is finding to give you that opportunity. So for internships, they're very, very competitive. Every college student in America is applying to those internships. So what did Richard do? He said, let me take an unpaid internship. He did overnight SOC, unpaid. What I did was, I don't know if y'all believe me, but I was on a Playboy Cardi Discord server, right? And I was super sad. I was like, yo, I don't got nothing going on for me. Anyone got a job for me, right? And this is a Discord server. One guy reached out and he's like, yo, my boss is hiring. So my boss is hiring. I started talking to him. I told him about myself. I told him what I was going through. And he kind of understood me. He's like, okay, go get these certs. I'm gonna push your resume to my boss. And that's how I got my first internship. And jobs later, I keep landing it just like that. And I have a video on my profile on how I go in Discords, very niche Discords, and how I ask for internships. And I already have a job. I've been full-time for like 3 years, and I'm still able to go into these Discord servers and be like, does anyone have an internship? And then 3-4 guys will be like, let me go check with my boss. So number one,
okay.
You need to explain, you need to like network, right? And the best way to do that is social media, is to create a brand where you tell people who you are. If nobody knows who you are, you don't put yourself out there, it's hard for them to find you. And then number two, you just got to talk to people. Like, go to conferences, go to networking events, look at meetups.
Be intentional about it.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's fire, bro.
My biggest advice, if you already got the qualifications, network.
Okay.
Yes. Now I need you to, let's play some ping pong action, bro. What have you done that's not working?
Man, I really don't know. Like I did a network engineer internship about a year ago, through school. Put that on my resume. I've been taking like tons of certifications, man. I don't know, man.
But hold on. So,
what is your goal with these certifications?
Yeah.
Just to land a job, man. Just to break, get that first foot in the door. Just to get started. Something,
Bro, you're mad certed up, and that's a good thing. What I'm asking is, when it comes to finding the opportunities that you're looking for, what are you doing that's not working? What have you been doing where you're finding yourself striking out?
Really, just like, man, applying on like all the job websites like LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Built-in, Glassdoor, like everything, man. Just
So
nothing.
so let's get more defined than that then. So that way Kill Andy can really lean in. So when you say you're on Dice, you're on Monster, you're on Indeed, you're on the major platforms, probably LinkedIn. When you're searching for these roles and these opportunities, what type of keywords are you using?
Man, everything. I'll put in like network engineer and like I'll apply to all those, and then I'll put in like SOC analyst and all those, and I'll even type in like internships. I'll even put in like internships and like apply to those, and really like pretty much everything on LinkedIn, Dice, all that.
All right,
man.
let's get even more hyper focused than that. We can't use blanket statements like everything. We have to be very laser focused on your goals and your targets. Like you need like at least you've already mentioned a couple of things, but are you straying away from like a specific role, or are you only hyper focused on a couple of roles?
I guess just like whatever I can think of, man. It's like SOC analyst, cybersecurity intern, uh, network engineer, junior security analyst.
Okay, good. That's good. What you think, Kill Andy? Is he doing it the right way? Can you give him some pointers? What you think, Kill Andy? What you think, bro?
All right, what's up?
Is he doing it the right way? Or are there any pointers there for him?
Yeah, I definitely think you need to find, okay, you need to explore, right? This is why you need to talk to people. Talk to people in different positions in network engineering, in network security, in SOC, in every single aspect of cyber, and then discover what you think, where you think is a market gap, right? 2 years ago, I talked to a lot of people, and what I did was essentially try to figure out what technologies they worked on, right? I kept hearing like a lot of people, a lot of companies just getting into Azure, like AWS was huge, right? 3, 4, 5 years ago, it dominated the market, but slowly Azure was rolling out to many companies. And so what I realized from talking to a lot of people was that, okay, Azure's coming up. I need to go get certified in Azure. I need to learn the cloud. I also like the cloud. I tried a bunch of stuff, right? That was like the one thing I liked, and I saw a market gap. And then, okay, I'm like, if there's a gap and I like it, I'm going to go master that, right? So I ended up getting like 6 Azure certs. And even till today, the thing when I pop out to an interview or I meet somebody, I really like cloud security. I really like cloud security. So that has enabled me to get 2 jobs because now when I meet somebody, I'm not like like when I meet somebody in cyber that can potentially hire me, I don't just say like, hey, I'm studying in cyber or I've done network engineering. I say I specialize in cloud security because that is what I spent the most time with. And again, I did my own market analysis by reading through Reddit, by talking to people, by looking at what's the best choice for me. So you need to do more research on what's out there, where you live, right? I don't know where you live. In Chicago, Chicago is not as startupy as New York or LA, right? So that's where AWS is used more. Chicago is more like stable Microsoft shops. That's the information I gather. So I use that information to direct my career. And even today, right? Like what is popping up everywhere? It's AI. So if you can lean into AI security, or you can, a lot of people are rolling out Fortinet, right? If you're reading the news, you see Fortinet coming up. So if you're into network, maybe get a Fortinet cert. Right now, I just interviewed Big Cloud Unk, and what he said was a GCP professional cert that will get you 200K. Again, it depends on who's doing it, but you need to collect this evidence that will put you in that niche to make that money and to give you that entry point. You can't just spam every cert. Just try to be like the most well-rounded person because there's already a lot of them. So you need to specialize, and the way you can do that is by talking to people. Not for the net. Yo,
All right,
don't blame me. It's just what the market wants.
all right, S. It's on you, bro. What have you done on the as far as what Kill Andy is talking about? What have you done to put yourself out there to break into the different roles that you're trying to get into? And I had to mute you because there's some background noise, so you may have to come off mute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, man. I noticed he said that I need to attend like a lot of tech conferences, and I was planning on doing that this year, you know, because I'm based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, but yeah, man, like you said, I have all the
Bro, that's
credentials.
where I'm at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm literally at a mixer right now. Tech. I'm over here at AC Hotel.
AC Hotel, man. I live like 30 minutes outside of Charlotte, but you know my school is in Charlotte. I'm working in dental right now, so you know some of the offices I work at, they're in Charlotte. You know, so I'm in Charlotte all the
Bro,
time.
I'm starting to think that you troll it. So you're at a technology company. You have an insane amount of certs.
No, I'm in dental.
Oh, dental. I thought you said you work at Dell. I was like, Dell Technologies? Like, what's going on?
No. I'm in dental, man. But yeah, I'm about 30 minutes outside of Charlotte, man. So you know, Charlotte's where like, you know, where I'm searching out for a job. You know, even outside of Charlotte, I'm searching for jobs, man. Just like anywhere.
And then, so as far as like reaching out to folks,
Yeah.
putting yourself out there, getting creative, thinking outside the box, are you doing these things? And if so, like, where are you striking out at? Because with your background and the knowledge base that you have, this should be an easy layup to find their next role.
Man, that's what I was thinking, man. Because like you know, my professors are like, oh, once you get a bachelor's and get a couple certs, you know, he's like, you'll be good. You'll find something easy. But man, like I've been struggling, man. I don't know. like it's not been good, man. I'll be done with my bachelor's in you know March, and hopefully I'll add like one or two more certs before that, you know. But I feel like I'm pretty good on the certs right now. You know, I just passed CEH 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah. So if when it comes to like filling out job applications, are you doing like quick applies or are you doing going straight to the company's website to fill out applications?
I do a lot of both, man. To be honest, like I'll type in like stock analyst, and then I'll start from the top, and then I'll go all the way down, and then once I do all those, I'll type in like you know junior security analyst, and I'll start from the top, and I'll fill out all those, whether it's easy apply or like you know it redirects me to the company's website. I will like do the you know everything, man.
Okay. All right, Kill Andy. I know that you're getting ready to do the event, bro, and feel free to drop anytime that you need to. But if you can chime in on this piece and share some nuggets related to the resume, I think that is the next piece that we want to start discussing, just to level set on that. And if you can hear me, bro, you're gonna have to. All right, we lost him. He'll probably come back. I know he's networking right now, so he's doing exactly what he needs to be doing. But
Yep.
bro, talk to me about the resume, man. Like, is the resume like? Let's just start somewhere. Is this 2-page resume or is this 1-page resume?
It's a man, and Nigel. You know Nigel. I see you on his lives. I've actually hopped on some of his lives while you were on there. And I sent him my resume, and he like gave me like a whole new like list to add on to it. So I, you know, like redid my whole resume, man. It's like a solid 1-page resume. I can make it to like all my friends.
No. Let's leave it there. It's 1 page. That's perfect.
Yep.
Now, the process that you take in order to upload that resume into those job boards, because you probably already had a resume in there, right?
Some of them, yep. Some of those companies.
Okay. So when you go to upload the resume, my recommendation, and I'm open to hearing everyone's feedback because a lot of people don't talk about this. But my recommendation is you can still leverage that profile. You can, but you have to delete the existing resume.
Yep. I've noticed that you have to go into like your profile on that website, on the company's website, and like change the resumes out.
No. Let them. I would say let those sit and simmer. All new applications that you put in, Dice, Monster, Indeed, LinkedIn, it's going to have this new resume. But you know how every one of these sites let you, they let you like have the existing resume so that way you could just select it.
Right.
You have to delete that old resume out of there. Get that out of there completely.
Okay.
Kill Andy, we're on resumes, bro. We need the nuggets.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, my strategy is applying at all. I haven't applied since 2024, and my reasoning is I realized it was super inefficient at one point, right? Like sitting there sending 1,000 applications. Instead, I could be like talking to people, trying to like actually figure out what's going on in the industry, seeing what market gap I can fill. But when it comes to resume, here are the most important things. Experience at the top, right? If you got that network security engineering internship, put that on top. Next, you got like if you have any CTFs or projects, that's like secondary. Third is your certs. Again, you need to like stress like what you got out of the certs, right?
Right.
It's not like just put it in CompTIA. It doesn't really tell anyone because a lot of people have CompTIA, so it's not standing out. And then fourth, it depends on like if you're coming from RIT or Carnegie Mellon. That's pretty important. On top of that, you need to have GitHub links. So my friend Enli, right, he was talking earlier. You need to create also an online portfolio, like a website. As soon as you drop into an interview, just put your blog in the chat. Let the people that aren't asking you questions read that, and that's that's a good strategy to like let them to know you.
Right.
I think your resume should be your LinkedIn. It should be your TikTok. It should be your YouTube. Like all that should be your resume. Everything that explains what your skills are and who you are. And honestly, again, this is my opinion. A lot of people still do land jobs outside of LinkedIn and like resume spamming, but find a different strategy that is going to work for you. If it's not working for you, you need to switch something up and try something else.
Okay. So what are some good like tech conferences around the Charlotte area?
Hold on. Before we break into that piece, let's talk about LinkedIn. How does your LinkedIn look? Does it exemplify the perfect candidate for your next targeted role?
I think so, man. I don't know how to paste it in here, but my name is Sapan Patel on LinkedIn. Based out of Charlotte.
Do you have if I were to land on your LinkedIn, will I be able to quickly tell the exact role that you would be best that you're targeting?
I think so, man. I think so. You said you're in Charlotte, man. Check my profile out. Let me know what you think.
All right. Say that name one more time, or drop it in the chat.
Okay. All right.
Look, I find vulnerabilities is hiring. Anybody need a gig? I find vulnerabilities is hiring.
Yeah, how's my audio right now?
Hey, sorry, y'all. I'm over here trying to check S's LinkedIn. We can hear you, Kill Andy. Audio's good, bro. Give me 1 second. While I check this, S or Kill Andy, everyone, if you want to come up and chat with us, feel free to come up. We ask questions, share some of your experiences. We're talking about breaking.
And so I was just walking up to people, asking them questions like how they got into cybersecurity. That's actually how I ended up meeting Nigel, and Nigel gave me a lot of good advice on how to lock in. And like 2 3 months after Nigel talked to me, I basically I locked in for that 3 months. I found a guy that I networked with. He's like, hey, we're hiring for a junior SOC analyst, and I also tossed that internal link at Richard. We both got hired. I studied really hard for that interview, and somehow we made it. And for that year, I worked at an MSSP. Working at an MSSP was not easy, but again, it was my first remote job. I was, making a little bit more money than I was making at help desk, so it didn't really matter. I was hungry, I was gonna do it, and I did it. And a year later, I strategized like, hey, I'm not learning much at an MSSP now. I want to move to an internal team. So that's how I got into a SaaS company, and that's where I work right now. And right now, my strategy is to get into detection engineering, incident response, something higher. Right? I really like learning, and that's what's been driving me to do what I'm doing right now. On top of that, the friends I started this career out with before I even got to cyber are still the people I'm hanging out with, I'm talking to right now. I would love to flip my camera and show y'all. This is the meetup I'm at, right? So I basically go to these meetups and I'll go talk to them and I'll try to get their LinkedIn, and then I start posting on my LinkedIn, and they'll see me and they'll recognize me, and then that makes it a lot easier for if I do end up DMing them when they do have a job. It makes them a lot easier for them to like recognize me, trust me, and recommend me to their boss. Because what happens is if I have friends, right, and I know they're cool, but I don't really know what they do day to day. When I have a job, I'm not very likely to give it to my boss. I need to know that they are working as hard as they can. They're doing labs every day, and the only way I can know that without them telling me, right, is like them posting on LinkedIn, on X, on Twitter, same thing, TikTok. Like just keep posting, and not only is like posting good for social proof, but it also motivates you because you're putting your accountability. A lot of people I know that like started the same time as me, they rage quit. They rage quit because they just didn't want to go for it long enough. If you're struggling right now, and you don't know the basics, just hold it in and keep improving, because as long as you're improving, there will be people that just quit. There are people that quit, and when there's an opportunity and you've been like waiting for your time and just growing, you're gonna get it before anyone else. And on top of that, you have to have the mindset that you are the best person they can hire. If you don't think that you can hop into the job and do the best job there, that's going to show in the interview. And honestly, all my interviews, I try to like, even if I know I don't know everything. I know I'm going to struggle. I know I have to learn a lot. I only have 1 year of experience in cyber, to be honest, but I know I can figure it out as long as Claude and ChatGPT exist. So this is my friend. All right, I'm gonna lie, bro. So this is Lynn Evelyn. She just graduated and she's also trying to get a job. I'll talk to you later. But okay, so continue. Certs, networking, posting on LinkedIn, getting friends. Getting friends is super important because you guys end up chaining a lot of knowledge. Learn to create a community. I love the cybersecurity community. I built my own Discord. I've been growing it. I give scholarships in my Discord. I love my friends that are in cyber. I love cybersecurity. I'm very passionate, and that passion shows in an interview. All right, so that was my story. Now it's 2026. Now I want to, I want to teach people. I want to help people. So if y'all have any advice, tap into my TikTok. Go look at my LinkedIn. I love giving game. If you want to drop your number, I'll call you up. I will speak to you for hours. I've done this for a lot of people. And I think we need more people in cyber. I know, all the positions are filled up and stuff, but cyber will only get stronger because these threat actors, I haven't talked to threat actors, but I've talked to red teamers, and the stuff that they're coming up with, we need smarter people in blue team, in purple team, in GRC. So don't give up as long as you're trying every day. As long as you're iterating, as long as you're improving, don't give up. You will make it. I've also been there where I was at a help desk and I was getting rejected every way, and I just needed to break through that. And my breakthrough was meeting people. So also do that. Also move to a major city. If you're in somewhere else, some like unknown state, try to move to Chicago. Try to move to Austin, Texas. Try to move to Virginia. Try to move to New York. Go to Cali. If it's like 1 or 2 years where you have to like drive a lot to get to the help desk job, go do that, and then later you can get a remote job. All right, y'all.
That's fire, bro.
Got any questions? I'm gonna drop my LinkedIn. It is.
Yeah, go ahead. Drop it in there. Oh man, he's dropping some gems, y'all. He's dropping real life situations, and I see we have Cyber Secrets on the panel. Welcome up, Cyber Unk. We always love when you pop in. Any immediate questions? If not, I was gonna go in another direction with this.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I want to pull up S's LinkedIn. It's fire. It's blazing. It's on fire. He's the prime example of how to run your LinkedIn.
Also, don't be afraid to post on LinkedIn because when I was like serious and I wasn't like showing my true personality, no recruiters would hit me up, no connections would be like willing to talk to me. As soon as I started being my authentic self on LinkedIn, I started getting like recruiters hitting me up for $60 positions. That would have never happened if I would just like wasn't like I'm struggling in cyber. I need help. Like, you can figure it out. Don't try to be perfect when you start off.
All right, check it out, y'all. At Fire Kill Andy. Hey, look, hang out with us as long as you can, bro. But if you gotta get mixy out there in the mixer, feel free to go. Just drop, and it's all good. We're gonna get you back. We're gonna get you back on here for sure. So, yep, all good. Hey, we'll Kill Andy another time. He's doing exactly what folks need to be doing.
Listen, this is my boy. He moved from New York and he's already chatting, like getting to know people. What's your name?
What's good, bro?
What's your name?
James.
James. So this is how you introduce yourself. Yo, I'm Andy. I'm in Blue Team. I've been working in cyber, and then you ask them questions like, yo, what do you look?
I don't know. Right now I'm at Geek Squad. So
Okay.
I told him Geek Squad can help. That's his good
Yes,
pipeline.
that is good pipeline. Geek Squad to help is good pipeline. I'm a dip. Follow me. I'll talk to anybody. You send me a DM. I got you.
Yup. Thanks, Kill Andy. Check this out. I'm gonna flip the script here. We're gonna talk about this because this don't make no sense, and I already have an idea what the issue is. Whoa, I may not be able to do that. TikTok over here bugging out. Yeah. All right, scratch that plan. I was gonna show your LinkedIn is amazing. You're posting. It's clearly what you're gunning for. You have the creds. You have everything filled out perfectly. You are commenting. You're reacting. You have featured items. Like everything is current too. Like just recently, you just posted things and you're doing things. So that's exact. So your LinkedIn is exactly where it needs to be. I would say. The other thing that I think is maybe the gap, and I would like for you to share if you feel like it, the mentorship. What's the mentors in your life look like right now within this space?
Just my professors right now, man. And then I did the internship, and then even my mentor that was during my internship, he left me like a review on my LinkedIn. You can you can scroll down and look at it. He said gave me some great feedback.
All right, stop right there. The professors given, those have to be their mentors. You have to lean into them. The advisors at the school, the other students who are who's getting ready to leave, those have to be folks that you're tapped into. But outside of the institute, what resources are you tapping into who are doing what you want to do or have done what you want to do?
Doing what I want to do. I don't have any mentors, man. I just rely on TikTok and Facebooks and just social media in general.
We found it, y'all. It's the mentorship, bro. Your mentorship, and understand the difference between someone coaching you and someone mentoring you. Typically, when you enter inside of a mentorship situation, it's not something that you have to pay for, unless it comes through whatever program that you're in or paying for. But you want to lean into a couple of different things I'm gonna put on your list to do. One, find someone who has been established in the space and that has either done what you want to do or is currently doing what you want to do. That's number one. Number two, go find someone who is emerging in the space, someone who just landed their role, who just became. You can easily scout these people out by doing a LinkedIn search and looking under the role, and you'll see who has recently landed a new role. They'll have it in their profile. So reach out to them, introduce yourself, and people are happy to share information. And I guarantee you, you will get some folks that will not reply to you. That's normal. I guarantee you will get some folks that will not give you the type of response that you're looking for. But you have to have that perseverance, and you cannot quit, bro. And you have to be able to continue to drive and break into the industry. It's not a can I dance and waltz my way in. You have to break down those barriers. And your gap right now is the mentorship, and I'll land it there.
Yeah, man, it's hard finding one too, man. Like you said just find somebody that just landed their role, on LinkedIn.
So the guidance there is that it should be natural. It should be authentic. When you're entering inside of a mentorship engagement interaction, it's usually you bumped into someone, they plugged you with someone that they knew, and you told them that you were interested in being in cyber, and not just that blanket statement. You have to say specifically what is the role, because if you give them the role that you want to get to, or even the job duties that role does, that's going to make the conversation more hyper focused, and people can help you easier.
Right. Even on this live, man, I'm seeing like people, responding in the chat. This is like my only time that I get to talk with people, besides when I'm at school, that are in the cyberspace.
That's the problem, bro. So you're in Charlotte. Like, let's connect. Let's DM. Make sure you connect with me as well, and let's chat, and let's talk about what you got going on.
Yeah, man. I'll send you a message as soon as we're done with this live. How's that sound?
Bet that up. I thought you was trolling all those creds like that. But
No,
did you hear
man.
that, Cyber Seekers? Did you hear it? You hear all those creds you just rattled off?
Yeah, man, and I'm struggling still, finding a job.
It's a lot of the strategy, a lot of the stuff that Kill Andy was talking about, though. The networking is huge.
Right.
They put essentially marketing, right? It's become less of pray and spray when it comes to resumes, and more just like, do you have the LinkedIn? Are you posting regularly? Are you showcasing your skills and abilities right on these platforms like a GitHub, like social media, etc.
Right.
And if you're not, then it's no longer an optional or kind of cool to have. It's mandatory if you want to see success and see it, quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So your objective next time you come chat with us, bro. We have to hear about that new established mentor situation. What type of strategies you've extracted out of that mentor situation, and what you're putting in place. Because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you got that mentor and was guided on a few pointers, and you landed something very soon. Now, as we know, the job market is different today.
Yeah.
So while I would love to say you're gonna get a job tomorrow, it's a little far-fetched. It's a tall ask, and it's not impossible, but the percentages are against everyone right now.
Yeah.
So while you do have the creds, what about the real time experience? Like, I know you said you did that internship, but outside of that internship, like, what any other, outside of school labs that they have you doing, are you doing any other labs by yourself?
Yeah, I do a little bit on Try Hack Me, man. I'll do some of their labs. Like me and my professor, man, we're huge into that, So just trying to get as much as exposure as I can.
What's up? I find vulnerable. That's a crazy name. I love it. What you got going on over there?
A lot of different things. I'm out here looking for engineers of all types.
So I thought you were joking, bro. So since you're legit, I speak on it, because I know that in the space right now we need engineers and we need architects. Go ahead, proceed.
So I need people from pretty much every skill discipline in every area of cybersecurity in GRC. So there are jobs out there. There are right now about 600,000 cybersecurity jobs open right now. The challenge is there's a lot of people without creds or skill that are applying for them and muddying up the waters. I tend to come on to things like this and look for talent, look for engineers, look for people who have the skill set, but maybe not necessarily the resume. I'm not concerned with credentials. I'm not concerned with schooling. I'm not concerned with certs. I'm looking for people who want to learn, have an interest in cybersecurity, and really want to kind of propel their career forward, right? From people just out of college or people who are in other areas of IT who want to change into cybersecurity. I myself spend half of my free time doing bug bounties and popping CVEs. But for your average person who doesn't do that, they have to remember and understand that once you get out of school, the world is very, very different. What they teach you in school isn't necessarily transferable to the real world. They teach you the basics. They teach you some, fairly rudimentary things. But in reality, when you work in a large company, what they tell you rarely applies. So a lot of it has to do with on-the-job training, and the way you get in the door is by being hungry and being able to talk about what you do in your personal time. The one thing that I love to hear anytime I'm doing an interview is I spend my time learning. I spend my time doing bug bounties. I spend my time, trying to exploit CVEs. I try to learn cybersecurity at its core. You're never going to learn that on the job unless you're expressly in that area. So, I want people that want to learn this industry so that I can grow them from junior engineers all the way up to potentially a CISO one day.
And let me jump in, y'all, before y'all tag in. Thanks for sharing that. I find vulnerabilities. That's a very unique situation that you're in, and actually there's a little bit of background. I'm gonna kill it for a second. Come off mute whenever you feel like saying something. You remind me of some leaders that I've been around, and they are exceptional leaders when it comes to giving someone a shot by looking at their drive and what they're trying to do, and then giving them, setting them up for success, giving them the training, the opportunity, the exposure that they need to be in. So I commend you for that. And one of the not so many out there that are doing that for folks. So thank you. Y'all could take it wherever you want to go. As we got Ethical on with us, welcome in, and then yeah, feel free to take it wherever you want.
Look, I've got 10 more years of doing this. That's it, right? I need the next generation to come up. In my career, I've made right now 9 CISOs across 9 different Fortune 500 companies that have worked or started in cybersecurity in my career. I like to grow the next generation, and right now I have 100 recs open for new engineers. There's opportunity out there. You have to be able to train the people under you to take over, right? If you aren't training your replacement, you're not an effective leader. Everyone should be trying to replace themselves.
All right, let's just put it out there then. Everyone's hungry to hear the next your response to this. If they wanted to be one of the ones to take advantage of an open opportunity, where can they go apply for these 100 roles that you're talking about?
So I will reply to anybody who sends me their LinkedIn. I will jump on and I will reply directly to them with information. I don't generally like to put, that publicly out there because I will get flooded, but anybody who sends me a message directly, I will reply to and give them the information.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Ethical, what you got over there, bro?
I just came in here to say hi and heard y'all were talking, so yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry I didn't hit you up, man. I'm over here at a networking event. So as soon as this live ends, I'm gonna go grab some interviews and some content for y'all to check. I already grabbed 3 interviews already, so it's gonna be good. All right, well, let's do this. I find vulnerabilities. Can you share with us like some tips like that folks are constantly? So I agree. There's a bunch of open applications currently today, and it's the job market is saturated with folks that are unskilled and need to level up. Is that the answer? Just go get skilled up and level up, or is there other strategies related to snagging one of those available jobs?
It's hard because a lot of the job recs that you see out there never make it to the hiring manager. They're filtered out by bots, by HR, or otherwise, just simply based on keywords or some other type of filtering mechanism. Your best bet, and I'll advocate for this because people do it to me regularly, and I actually prefer it. Is when you see a company that is hiring, don't feel shy in reaching out to their CISO, to their cyber engineers directly and say, hey, I'm interested in this role. Do you think I'd be a good fit? Could I possibly be of some help? Right? You have to get past the HR blockade because there are going to be 1,000, 1,500 applicants. So I'll give you an example. I opened a role, cast a fairly wide net about 3 weeks ago. I only opened the role for 24 hours and I had 1,300 applicants. It's impossible to filter through that many, right? The people that I ended up speaking to are the ones that reached out directly. They took the initiative. They weren't afraid to say, I'm going to reach out to a company executive, right? Because that shows me something. That shows me that they're hungry, and 2, they have, a little bit of a backbone, right? Which you need in this industry.
Hey, I find Vols. You mind if I send you my LinkedIn over? All right, let me. I think I went to your page. I was just waiting on you to accept my.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to do it like right away, but make sure you connect. And folks, anytime anyone says, "Yo, lean in," I'm waiting on you. Take advantage and shoot your shot. You may miss. You may have McKinney, what is it, McKinney Matumbo come over there and just block it and just put you with the big finger and say, not today. But you have to try. You have to get that no out of your system. You have to get that rejection out of your system because it's coming. It's right around the corner. All right. So let's talk about another barrier that folks are running into when breaking in.
Yeah, I just sent you a follow request.
Because I want to feed off a little bit of what I find vulnerability said. He said something pretty next level because folks are not working. So they just put in their application and just sit and wait. They put in massive amounts of applications and just sit and wait. And there's no action beyond that. There's no action to reach out to the talent acquisition. There's no action to reach out to. I love what I find vulnerability said. To folks who are on the team. You can see who's on the team, and you can see what roles they work, and you can potentially even reach out to them with the LinkedIn Premium account. You can reach out to them, introduce yourself, say what's up, and get your icebreaker question together, and try a variation of the icebreaker question. Don't copy and paste. If you see something's not working, switch it up.
Don't ever accept no as the final answer. Honestly, when it comes to job hunting, Just be persistent, not annoying. You know, if you get a rejection from somebody you've spoken to directly, then take it as such. But never stop at the HR wall, right? There's always an opportunity.
Yeah, and if you're going in person and you're able to talk with, it's rare these days because there's a guard in the front desk and you may not be able to get to the hiring manager so easily. But if you are able to get to a hiring manager or even just a manager in the space that you want to be in, introduce yourself. And if they give you the big fat no, just like I Find Vulnerability said, don't take no for an answer. Have something in the back of your pocket ready to pull because they're probably going to ask you about yourself. Tell me about yourself. And if you give them a small scope and you didn't let the conversation get all the way out there, and they're like, yeah, not what I'm looking for, then find out what they're looking for. Find out what type of technology, find out what they're able to share, and guide the discussion that direction. So that way, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month later, you show back up saucy with the things that they were looking for, and you re-enter that conversation. And then, if they still knock you down, then you keep something in the back pocket, such as, hey, do you have any additional work that you just can't get done, or do you have an overflow stuff on the backlog, something that I can do over the weekends? Like showing that mentality, just the eagerness to learn, and also when you show up with knowledge about who you're talking to, what company this is, what type of industry, what do they do, who is the CEO, what's the latest news happening within the space for that particular org. You equip yourself with that knowledge, and you're sparking conversation, you're keeping it light, casual. It will open doors. I'll land it there.
Had a few people reach out already. Is he still on? See, he's in Texas. I'm hiring in Texas. So honestly, the jobs I have are all remote. So it doesn't really matter where they are. But if they're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that's a big plus.
And then walk us through what that big plus means, because we see that on a lot of job boards where it's like, yeah, the job is in DFW area or DFW, but it's remote. And so does that get like more kudos points, or do they have to come into the office every now and again?
Yeah, so the job's always going to be remote, but occasionally the headquarters is in DFW. So I tend to go in to DFW every other week. I'm based on the East Coast, so it's a bit of a travel for me, but I tend to go in every other week, and it's just good to be able to meet people in person.
Yeah, everyone, we only have about 5 minutes and I'm shutting it down. So if you have a question, if you have a concern, if you have hurdles, you have different things that you're running into when trying to break into cybersecurity or even IT, networking, now's the time to shoot that shot. It's rare.
I guess for I5 goals, you mentioned making CISOs and stuff like this, like outside of the hey, learn to speak the language of the business and don't be so technical. What are other paths that you've seen lead people from just like regular engineer to like leveling up into leadership?
So it's really about soft skills and executive presence. So it's understanding what's important to the business. So in a lot of ways, your business people aren't necessarily concerned with the cyber risk itself. They're concerned with the potential revenue loss, and most importantly, in most companies, the reputational damage that comes with a potential for a massive breach. So being able to talk to senior leaders in a way that they can understand, because they're not going to get the technical nuances of what we do, but you're able to deliver a message of the risk at hand and how they need to be cognizant of the risk and the potential impact to the company, either broken down by reputational damage or in dollar value, to the monetary loss or revenue loss of the company. That goes a long way, right? That way you're bringing the risk profile to them. And honestly, it makes your life a lot easier as a practitioner, because when you go in and ask for something you require, whether it be money or resources or time, you've earned some credibility, right? And that credibility is everything in our field, right? If you're Chicken Little and the sky is always falling and you have absolutely no credibility with leadership, you'll never get anything if you need anything.
Any other tips or any specific tips on how to like cultivate or develop those relationships with the leadership? Like, how do I don't know, either introduce myself to them or just get on their radar?
A lot of leaders tend to do Ask Me Anything type of forums. They do sometimes fireside chats. Don't be afraid to go to those. Go out of your way to go to things that they are going to as part of their normal company duties, even if it's not in your vertical. Let's say you work in a financial services company and they're talking about the latest market trends in a public forum, a company public forum. Go. Right? It may not be in your wheelhouse, but you could listen, you could show face, and then at the end of it, if there's an opportunity, walk up, introduce yourself, and explain what you do. Right? Don't wait for them to come to you. It will not happen.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We got one more time. We got time for one last question, comment, idea, pain point, whatever you want to do, and then we will shut it down for the evening. Great, fantastic live. I find vulnerabilities. Thank you so much for leaning in. And I thought he was joking at first. So I laughed. I look silly, y'all. I'm silly right now.
Hey, I have a question.
Go ahead,
Hey, how's everybody doing, first of all?
Doing good, high spirits.
Okay, this is actually for my nephew. He's looking to get into IT, and I want to ask the question: what is the fundamental requirement? You know what I'm saying? That's absolutely necessary if someone is pursuing an IT career. What is a mandatory requirement fundamentally that they need to know?
Like, when you say fundamental requirements,
with the fundamentals that are needed, that you absolutely need to know in order to pursue an IT career and be successful.
So, at least from the more technical skills, depending on where in IT he's looking to start, you say he's your nephew, so I'm going to assume starting out young, maybe.
Yeah, he's 22.
Okay, cool. So, has he done anything in tech before, even as a hobby? Where is he starting?
The closest thing I could say he's done with tech is gaming.
Okay.
Is he curious? Does he ask a lot of questions? And then when he has these questions, does he have the kind of will to go try and figure it out? Is he curious, and then does he have the critical thinking or whatnot to go?
He's actually a shy guy. He's actually looking at a lot of these platforms where people are mentioning cybersecurity and that hacking thing. It seems that the hacking talk is kind of it has a lot of people, especially young people, fascinated and think it's a career to pursue. So I'm thinking that he's actually leaning towards that field.
So, and this is the advice I always give to folks who are breaking in and want to break into cybersecurity, is if you have no IT or technical experience, my advice always is don't go for cybersecurity right off the bat, because how do you attack or defend a system? You need to know about it first. So for somebody who's never done anything outside of just using a computer as a regular user who wants to break into cybersecurity, I always say, learn IT, spend time doing systems design, doing network design, build and experiment with the systems that make businesses run, that make the internet what it is, because security is IT prestige. You can think of the foundation being the computer, the next layer up is connecting all the computers together, and then the top layer is implementing security controls and practices on top of all of the systems. Be, because what happens is, and I've seen this and I've talked with kids around that age who fall into what I call the skid trap. And that's a trap that is a bit hyped on social media, especially TikTok, where they're like, oh, look at me run this tool. I'm going to hack your Instagram account. Look at me. And they run a tool, but they don't really understand the fundamentals behind it. Like, yes, everything's a tool nowadays, but it takes understanding. So for him to want to step into the world of cybersecurity, he needs to step into first knowing how systems are built and the overarching IT world first.
Yeah, I appreciate that because, like I said, the cybersecurity thing has a lot of people fascinated. That's why I came on this panel like, hey, what are the fundamentals of IT so I can run it back to him and let him know before you think about trying to do any type of cybersecurity, learning or whatever. You need to know the fundamentals of IT first. But hey, I appreciate that breakdown. Thank you very
You're
much.
a good uncle, but what I would recommend is have him start to understand the principles of how a business works in terms of tech. So stuff you can kind of point them in the direction of is things such as Active Directory, Linux server administration, virtualization.
Gotcha.
That would be a beginning starting point to where, because he plays video games, he's got a reasonably well-spec'd computer, I would assume, even if it's just a laptop, to where he can download a program called VMware Workstation Pro, which is what's called a hypervisor platform. What that means is you can create virtual computers inside of your actual computer. So imagine running 3 different computers on one physical piece of hardware, and that is a great space for him to start experimenting and testing out running servers, learning Linux, learning networking, without doing anything to either overwrite his computer or cause any other messes or chaos that could impact anyone else.
Okay. Hey, I thank you for your information, tips, and all your help. I'll go ahead and step down. Thank you for bringing me up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anybody else have anything else to share on our way out that's related to what High C? I think we need to stay there for a second. High C brought up a fantastic, I'll drop you down, bro. Just keep listening if you can.
Okay.
High C brought up a fantastic situation where he's trying to help out. So anyone else want to layer in additional insights? I see MGNIT is here.
Hey, yes. I wanted to holler at High C. Hey, man, if you want to reach out, I got over 5 years of experience just in IT. I'm looking to kind of climb deeper into cyber, but as far as someone making that transition into IT, I can offer a lot of good resources. There's actually a lot of good initiatives and programs out there where people have taken the time to build labs and things like that. As the other guy was mentioning, that he could virtualize and play with without messing with his own systems and things like that. But I know what it feels like to make that transition, coming from something completely random like maybe landscaping or fast food industry and things like that, and wanting to be interested in IT because maybe you're the first one in your family to do it. I'm definitely a first gen IT person, so definitely reach out. I can send over whatever I got.
All right, maybe one or two more ethical or even cyber secrets. Anything last minute to share for High C?
Yeah, I would just say just to follow the host. I mean, if his nephew has questions, he can just relay that information to him, and then maybe one of these days we can get him on the show and kind of guide him, show him, how we do stuff around here.
No, yeah, like I said, my main thing was around like curiosity and problem solving. So many people, like for me, it's frustrating. Like I've been doing this a while. Like I don't think I'm as nice as a lot of the people that are on the panels often because I'm like, if you're curious about it, you can go figure it out. And it might seem tough, but we have lots of really great tools, right? Like ChatGPT and AI and all this stuff. Like the people that I see like really flourish in this stuff are the people that are curious, jump in, and like figure it out. Like for me, this field's been, full of people that like know how to figure it out.
I think that's a great note that we need to end on because it is the hard knock life answer of it, and unfortunately, it is the reality of it. And the folks that are breaking into the cutting edge, bleeding edge technology, they are literally figuring it out, and that's important for folks. It's inspiring. It's inspiring what folks are doing out there. It's a lot of different moving parts. I would say on my way out, mentorship, lean into anyone that's reaching out saying, yo, come talk to me, chat with me, and I will give you the sauce. Like you have to take advantage of those opportunities. They want you to take advantage of those opportunities. They're waiting on you to take advantage. So I'm gonna end it here. Fantastic live, everyone. Fantastic live. Wow, I can't even know what else to say. Great job, everyone that was on the panel, participated. Everyone, check, and also thank you for folks who are in the chats as well. That's important. Check my profile. We got some majors coming through. I'm in the background to bring in some folks, and I'm gonna slow down eventually on the speakers because we do just need us. But the speakers have been phenomenal. So I'm gonna keep that party going. And I will see everyone tomorrow. I see y'all. Thank you.
Come up in here every once in a while, but we're gonna keep it moving because listen, when God start blessing, that's when the devil want to start messing, okay? Because he knows that this is a blessing for somebody, okay? Somebody need this. Somebody in between right now. Somebody need a little extra cash right now. Okay, they ain't even know where they was gonna get it. And look, they done came across Joy to the World. Okay, and you don't even have to buy anything. I'm showing you companies for free. Okay, I'm showing you companies for free. This is a blessing. Okay, because a lot of times these companies are kept within the real estate industry. Okay, and so I want to be able to bring it to the forefront to let everybody know. So, because people need an opportunity. That was me that just purchased. I just don't know how to download the app. Okay, Manny, send me a message and I'm gonna get back with you after this live, okay? And I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna make sure you have a good understanding. All right. So 6 views at one time at $50 a view, that's $300. You're welcome. I done showed y'all 2 companies where y'all can make a 300% return on your investment. $37 and you can make 300 plus, okay? This is daily. This is